Oh! Oh. Oh. It's just you. You had me pretty scared there. Well, since you're here, I guess you can help me build this Oscar. Dad's at work today, so he can't yell at me about what to do. It's the way to do it. So I've got here part of the skeleton laid out. I'd intended to film myself doing this, but I didn't. So you're just gonna have to deal with it. Can you say hello? That's Bo. Yeah. Alright, so I guess I'll show you kind of putting him together. The boards I started with were these long, you can see, long boards that were actually cut from a sled. See, the ends are rounded, and I think I'm going to use those round ends for his shoulders. Part of this I'm going to end up nailing together so he can swivel a little bit, so we can adjust him as we work on him. So I'm going to cut this board to be his arms. So from a previous cutting, I have this little knob from the end, so then I make a mark. I make a mark with my pencil, so I know where to cut that. And then yesterday, in one of my failed attempts, no, that was Thursday. Days are all running together. I cut this board. Sorry, for his arms. But I am not going to use this board because of how thick it is. I think I might as well. It's the right length, so I'm going to use its cuttings. So once I have that cut, I'll just copy my lines from this board onto the other half of it. Alright, now I'll move over to the saw. I really don't know how much of this I want to film, or how I'm going to film it. And I don't have a really set dialogue, so don't expect much from me today. So this is the saw, and I might be sitting you on top of the truck here. You can see how I do this. So I've got my line marked here, and without turning the saw on, I bring it down here to line my cut marks up with my line. It looks like I did pretty good. Alright. This is gonna be loud. Okay. Oh, and one thing I forgot to do was to cut this other end, and once again I'm gonna do this. Okay. So we've got my arm piece and my looks like we dropped something. Alright. So these were the boards I cut yesterday. And looks like we did alright. Good for me. Alright, good job. So, I'm gonna cut out the cutting. Puns. Alright. I'll be right back. Alright, we got our boards cut. So, for those of you who are not familiar with how an Oscar was set up, which was I was actually included on that group who didn't know or care until about a week ago. So we've got his ribs set up, and I will adjust those as I go. It's kind of rough estimate. And this thick board is going to be his shoulders, and I really want to have his arms set far away from his chest because of how much thicker he's going to become after the pumping is done. So I cut these pieces, which are angles from some previous project. So I put him here, and I'm going to attach his arms to these. So not only will his arms be at an angle, they're farther away from his from his chest, which was the goal of this project. So I'm actually probably not going to use these. I'm going to get out the screwdriver. I'm going to get out the drill and multiple bits and see what I can do. Today we're going to be using this little bit to drill holes around where we need to put the screws, because if you put screws in before drilling holes, you can sometimes break boards, and I have limited supplies for this, and I also have limited time, so I would like to avoid that. Alright, so we've got our bit and our drill, and we're going to kind of line his shoulders up a little bit more. That looks good enough. So I'm not going to go too far, because if I go too far, I will hit the garage door, or garage floor, and mess up my bit. You see, I didn't actually even make it all the way through there. So I'm going to move over to the other side, do that. So I would normally put more than just one screw in each of these places, but today I'm kind of building him. Well, A, he's a skeleton, and B, he needs to be able to move just a little bit to kind of readjust him, because as you can see, that's not aligned, and I don't think it'll ever really be that way. So I'm going to switch out the drill. We're going to switch out the drill bit and start putting my screws in. So I did the same thing here with the drill where I drilled my hole. This is his torso, now completed. I've got my screws put in here and here. And I decided that I wanted to readjust. You can see I drilled multiple holes here. I had to readjust his shoulders because one was longer than the other. I've now got his angled shoulder bits put in. So I've got the first parts of his arm on, and I'm kind of happy with how they turned out, because they can, the way I did it, they can kind of swivel. Okay, so I've got his arms completed, and I thought of a name for him. Since he's an Oscar, I'm going to name him Leo. I know that's incredibly lame, but I don't really care. I'm not going to actually put his legs on. Aww. Look at this puppy. Okay. I'm not going to put his legs on today because I have to fit him into a car. Couldn't get my sister to drive the truck to school. So he's just going to stay pretty much like this. I've decided to make one more addition to him, and I'm going to give him a neck. I don't know what he's going to have for a face and head, but we are going to put a football helmet on him, and his hands are going to be holding a football. This is just my effort to try to make a crappy float idea executed in the best way it can possibly be. Alright, so I've drilled these two holes, and actually I had to switch out drills because the other one died on me. It's probably because I didn't charge it last night. Well. Okay. Alright, thank you all for watching. I know this is probably one of the most boring videos on my channel, but I intend to post this on the same day as the Dank Meme compilation. So just don't complain. Okay? I hope to see you all at homecoming. And as of right now, we don't have a trailer for our class to ride on. We have multiple trucks that could pull it, but we do not have a trailer. So if anyone has one, please comment. That would be very appreciated. And you could be involved in homecoming. yeah. Alright, bye.